What's happening, guys? It's your not so typical Belbeth, aka Belbeth Yamas, and I'm coming at you guys with a new series that I'm starting on my channel called Webtoon Wednesdays. And if you guys know what a webtoon is, great. If you guys don't know what a webtoon is, it's basically like an online comic that is on the Webtoon app. So, I mean, there's not much to it. It's just, like I said, it's just a comic. And so, I'm going to start off with like a couple ones that I'm reading at the moment that happen to be on the longer side. And right now, like I said, the ones I'm reading happen to be comedy and romance and a little bit of supernatural. So I'm going to start off with the first one, which I'm reading right now, is called Winter Woods. It's basically about an author who finds a creature like Frankenstein, human, and like I said, it's a supernatural drama, comedy, romance, and it's by the author Cosmos Van G. And basically, like I said, it's about like an author, and she ends up like living with a creature that's like Frankenstein, and he's lived for a lot of years, but the thing is, like, he's never really been alive. Like, he's alive, but not really all the way there. Like, he doesn't have emotions, he doesn't get the idea of emotions, and it just kind of plays in from there, like them living together and how their story unfolds from him figuring out like what everything means on a more emotional level than just knowing what it is. Now, another one I'm reading right now happens to be Siren's Laminate, and people have heard of that one before. It's very popular on Webtoon, and like I said, it happens to be on the longer side. I think it has 2 seasons so far, so it has around maybe like 50, 60 chapters or more, I think. And it's about a florist shop owner who happens to get cursed, and she's becoming a siren. So she's on a clock, technically. Like, she's ticking right now. Like, she has to figure out how to break the curse before she becomes a siren forever. And yeah, like, while that's involved, there's like other character development, such as like the person who's helping her try to like, break the curse, and the person who gave her the curse. And the whole time, it's, like I said, there's comedy and there's romance, so definitely check it out. It's by the author Instamiso. It's really good, and you guys should definitely check it out. I'm pretty sure most of you have checked it out, though, since, like I said, it is on the popular promotion for Webtoon. It's, like, always being, like, talked about. Another one you guys should definitely check out is called Egnoid. It's a comedy romance, like I've said earlier. Like, all these happen to be comedy romance ones, because I don't know, I'm a comedy girl, you know what I mean? And so, it's about a high schooler named Ran, whose longtime, like, childhood friend, Ulfie, like, he starts ignoring her. This is how it starts off, like, he ignores her, and you start to realize that she doesn't have many friends or any friends at all. Like, he's just been her friend, and he's been there for her for so long that she's just never made friends with anybody else, and she's always been secluded from the group. And she ends up waking up one day, and then there's, like, this weird egg in her room. I know, an egg. Imagine that. Just like a random egg in your room, and a creature like human comes out of it, and he immediately calls her mom. So it just plays out with the whole idea of like her trying to teach him things, and her life at this point once he is a part of her life. So it like plays into her teaching him everything from the basics of like talking to drawing to changing his clothes. So there's a lot of comedy there. And there's also a lot of supernatural, since, you don't know where he's from, and he might look human, but, he was in an egg. So, like I said, it's a really good read, and like I said earlier, all these chapters happen to be on the longer side, so there's a lot to read. If you're trying to binge read, there's, like, so many chapters, so you're definitely in for a good one. And like I was saying, most of these authors, they'll have a date whenever they'll post. Like, someone could be posting every Wednesday, so someone posting like every other Sunday. So definitely check out the author's dates to see like when they're going to be updated. And I don't know if I said it already, but Egnoid is by Archie the Red Cat. So if you guys were going to look it up, that's who it's by. Now on to shorter series that are like new. Right now there's one called For You. I said that weird. It's called For You, and it's by Natix, like Xnatiix. So I don't know if I pronounced that right, my bad. But it's called For You, and it's about a bunny and the wolf, and honestly the artwork is just so cute. I am a big fan of the artwork. Now, all these other ones that I've named, their artwork is like really nice. If you're, if you're someone who's like picky about artwork, like for me personally, like I'm not, like I like things from caricature drawings to like, really detailed drawings. So like for me, like I'm not picky. I like everything. But a lot of these like works, like they look spot on. They look super perfect. Most of these happen to be like really like detailed, and some of them happen to be simplistic, but it just adds to the story, I feel. Now, the last one I have on here is called Love Metal, and it's about a high schooler, and she happens to have like not necessarily a secret identity. She just has like a different appearance whenever she's at school than to what she is whenever she's like, chillaxing at home. At school, she's like a very preppy, like quiet girl where she just like gets her stuff done, like a student, like, and that's it. But whenever she's out and about, she's a rock and roll head, basically. Like, she's just punk rock everywhere. She just loves rock music, and she's just A1. So the thing is, in her town, whenever she's like on, not at school, she'll go to rock concerts. Like, there's a specific band in her city that she goes to watch, and it turns out that the main lead for the singer or that band happens to be the student, like the number one guy student at her high school. So she ends up finding out, like, his secret identity, because he actually, like, puts on a wig and everything. He just, like, hides the fact that he's this rocker dude. And it just kind of plays on from there, like, their relationship, his secret, and, it's just, like, a comedy, rock and roll. I mean, it's, like, the best of both worlds, honestly. And that one is by the author, Hboiv. Well, it's Hboiv. So definitely check them out. And I'm in no way, shape, or form being like, sponsored by Webtoons. I was never reached out by Webtoons. This just happens to be what I'm reading at the moment, what I really like. And I'm just going to keep the series going and, like, go on different genres because, I like different genres. This just happened to be romance and comedy because these are the first ones that I started reading whenever I downloaded the app. So, yeah. Definitely leave me suggestions of what webtoons you guys like, or which ones you guys have read, or let me know if you guys have read these before and tell me your ideas or thoughts on them. Okay, bye guys.